Okay, so now that I have my hook hanging here, I am going to be focused on my Bead Buddy, okay? So I'm actually gonna take my hook and any type of tape, okay? This just helps you keep it secure. So I'm just gonna take this blue painter's tape and I'm just gonna hold that hook down so that it doesn't go anywhere, okay? It'll make it a lot easier in the long run. So my first step is going to be to take my two ends and separate them, okay? But you wanna make sure you see the two ends, okay? I'm gonna take a main color bead and put it on one side of my string. Now this is the tricky part. I'm gonna take the other side of the string and I'm gonna feed it through the opposite direction. So notice how I have my two ends are in my hand, but it went right through the bead. I'm gonna pull all the way through till that bead is at the top of my hook, okay? I'm gonna repeat that same process, but this time I'm gonna use two main beads. So I'm gonna put it on the one end, put it all the way through. So now I have my two beads. I'm gonna take the other end and I'm gonna feed it through the opposite way. So again, I have my two ends, I have my other strings, and I'm gonna pull it all the way through. When you pull it, it should go right up against that first set of beads, okay? This next row, as you can kind of see, we're working in rows. So my next row is actually gonna be the part with my two eyes. So I'm gonna take my eye, a main color bead, and my other eye, and put those through the string. So I'm gonna do the black bead, a main color bead, and another black bead. And then I'm gonna do the same thing coming through. I'm gonna take my end, and I'm gonna go the opposite way on all three. Notice how I kind of set my beads on the table? Sometimes that helps when it comes to feeding it through, okay? So I have my two ends, I'm gonna pull right through. So that's the start of my face. Next, I'm gonna do two main color beads, feeding it through the same way. So it's always a pattern. Put it on one side, take the other string, put it through the opposite direction. This is what keeps it nice and secure, okay? It may get tricky to feed through, just take your time and pull that right through. Now this is the true tricky part. So this next section, we don't use both strings. So I'm just gonna start with this left string, okay? So on this left string, I'm gonna put this order. Ready? I'm gonna do two main color beads. So one pink, two pink, and I'm gonna put it all the way to the bottom. Now I'm gonna take three second color beads. So these are my blue beads. And I'm gonna put the three blue beads on that same string, okay? Just give me a moment to feed them on, and I'll bring it to your eyes. So that's what it would look like, okay? You have your two main beads, your three not main beads. Now this is the tricky part. I'm not gonna feed the other string through, I'm gonna feed the same string through, but only the main color bead. So kind of push those second ones aside, and I'm gonna take this string and put it through. Oh, my hand's coming undone a little, so I'll just twist it. I'm gonna put it through the two main color beads. So here's the first bead it went through, and then the second pink bead it went through, okay? Now that it went through that alone, I'm gonna pull it all the way through. I wanna make sure though that my pink beads are right up against my face that I already created, okay? This is what's gonna create the foot. It gets a little tricky, so you wanna make sure this top part stays tight. So if it helps, you can take another piece of tape and kind of put it on that other side to hold it still. And then we're gonna pull this guy nice and tight so that it forms the feet. Okay, so notice how it kind of has those three beads that are free and it goes right through that arm. Okay, now we're gonna have to create a foot on the other side. So instead, I'm gonna switch that piece of tape to hold that guy still. And now I'm gonna do it on the other side. So again, 2 main beads. So I'm gonna do 2 pink beads on my right string. Plug it through. And then I'm gonna do 3 of my second color beads. So I'm gonna do 3 more blues. Again, take your time stringing them. Sometimes it's not super easy, and that's okay. So now I have all those together, okay? Again, we're not gonna put the string through all the beads. We're just gonna put that right string through the 2 pink. So go ahead and put it on the same row as the pink, and we're gonna push those pinks right over so that it comes through at the other end. Okay, pull that one through, and you have your second arm. Okay, I'm gonna take my other piece of tape off and just put it aside, because now I can pull these nice and tight. Okay, now my next step is gonna be to start the belly. So this is gonna be another row. So like we were doing in the beginning, we're gonna create a row with a main color bead. So in this case, a pink bead. And then I'm gonna do a second color bead, so a blue bead. And then a third color, AKA your main bead again. So I have those 3 together. And just like I was doing in the beginning of this video, I'm gonna feed the other string through to start making another row. So feed the pink, feed the blue, feed the pink. So now again, I have those 2 ends. I'm gonna pull, don't get it stuck around the hand, and we'll pull it nice and tight. So there we go. Now we're back to where we started, creating a body. Okay. Next row is gonna be pink, 2 blue, and another pink. Okay. So we're gonna do, if you need to, trim the little ends because they're frailing, that's okay. Go good. So I have a pink, 2 blues, and another pink. And then I'm gonna take the other end, same thing, and push it through. So slide it on in. So I got my 2 ends to pull, and that's my next row of my body. Okay, kind of see our lizards coming along well. So we're gonna do that same combination again. So we're gonna do a pink, 2 blues, and a pink. So pink, blue, oops, blue, and a pink. And then just like before, take your other side, and we're gonna feed it through. And you want to do it with all 4. So there we go. Pull the 2 ends, and you have its belly. We're gonna do 1 more row in that fashion, except at this time it's just gonna be 1 blue. So we're gonna do a pink, a blue, and then another pink. If I can get the string. There we go. And then go ahead and take that other side and feed it through. So there's 1. There's 2. And 3. And pull both ends. Okay, now that we have that body nice and formed, I'm just gonna tighten a little. Now we're gonna go through and do 2 more legs, okay? So this is where you might wanna pull that piece of tape back to hold that one piece still. I'm gonna start with my left leg again, okay? So just like the first time we went through, oops. Didn't mean for the camera to fall. Hope nobody missed anything. There we go. So we have our string. Now we're gonna take 2 of our main color beads and 3 of our not main color beads, okay? So I'm gonna do my 2 mains first. So 1 pink, another pink, and then I'm gonna put my 3 blues again. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So just like we did before, we're gonna feed our same string back through, but only on the pinks. Okay, so we're just gonna feed that same string through on the pinks, and we're gonna slide those pinks up against the body and pull nice and tight. Okay, there's my 1 leg. And now I'm going to switch my tape over. So hold that leg in place, and I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. So 2 main color beads, and then 3 second color beads. So 2 pinks, slide them down, and 3 blues. Now I'm going to take my string and feed it just back through the pinks. So just through those pinks, and go ahead and pull it through. Okay, take my tape off, and I'm going to pull those tight. There we go. And now my last part is going to be to start the tail. So first I'm going to take 2 main color beads and create a new row. So 1 pink, 2 pink, and take the other string and slide it through. Okay, and now we're gonna go every other with our colors till our tail is complete, okay? You can use the remaining beads if you would like. So I have, here are all my remaining beads. And I'm gonna start with a blue, and I'm just gonna do 1 at a time. So my blue will go through. Pull that through. It's the start of my tail. Now I'm going to do a pink one. So I want to go every other color the rest of the way. There's my pink one. And then next would be another blue one. And then next would be a pink one. And then I'll go through the blue again. And then another pink. And since this pink is my last bead, when I get to the end, so now that I'm at the end, I'm just gonna take my 2 strings and I'm gonna wrap it around themselves and create a knot. So wrap it around, pull them both through, and I'm gonna knot it right at the bottom. So nice and strong, okay? And then I'm just gonna cut off my extra string. And I'm gonna take my tape off, and there we go. Here's your Bead Buddy. Okay, I hope you were able to follow along with this video. So please go ahead and rewatch it if you need to. If you wanna make more after you get your own beads, go for it. If you have to go back and rewatch a step, feel free. Okay, have a great day, guys.